Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at Wonder Woman #1, the Artifact Edition from DC Comics by Greg Potter, George Pérez, and Bruce Patterson. One of my favorite comic books of all times. This image will forever be burned into my brain. I am a huge Wonder Woman fan. I love Wonder Woman, and this is arguably one of the best, most beloved versions of Wonder Woman ever. You know it's true. So that is what we're looking at today. Thanks for first, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Let's get right into it. Oh my gosh, like this is so gorgeous. Nobody packs in the detail like Perez. Like he's so imaginative. I love this wraparound cover. It is amazing. I'm an artist, and George Perez is one of the hugest reasons I love drawing. I tried to copy his art so much when I was learning how to draw, and I just love the Titans, and as a lifelong Wonder Woman fan, basically because of, the Linda Carter show, I lost my mind when one of my favorite artists, George Pérez, was taking over the relaunch of Wonder Woman after Crisis on Infinite Earths, and they teased it so great. There was like little booklet previews, and the art, it did not disappoint. I mean, George wound up writing the series, and I wish he would have had the confidence to do it from day one, because his writing is equally as good as his art. He continued to write the series after he left for a while, and he just really gave us so many great characters and really shaped the mythos of Wonder Woman like nobody better. Every story after this borrows something from him and pays him credit as it is well due. I mean, not since the actual creation of the character has someone made such a meaningful, impactful stamp on the character, and it will always be part of his legacy. I mean, look at this Olympus, I apologize. I mean, that is amazing. Nobody draws Olympus like George Pérez, and nobody ever will. So gorgeous. I love that Hermes or Apollo was part of the storyline. The art is so great. I mean, I just so much thought, it's very like, this is a feminist comic book, without like being, without having any of the cliches attached to it, or without like sort of telling you it's, a feminist comic book. It's a comic book for everybody, but it also tells the story of one of the arguably the most important female characters in comic book history. You know what I mean? The Sight of Storm from the X-Men. Anyway, the art is gorgeous. Let's see. Did we have the credits listed yet? I don't think so. Oh yeah. Greg Potter, script, George Pérez, co-plotters, pencils, Bruce Patterson, inks, John Costanzo, letters, Tatiana Wood, colors, and Karen Berger, editor. I mean, this is like one of those flawless things. I just love it. Like, the storytelling is so on point. I mean, it is really hard to believe that he was just coming off of Crisis on Infinite Earths, which would have retired anyone else. Like, that was such a magnum opus, like such an artistic monolith, like such a feat. And then to just like be completely re-energized and come in and bring us like panels of Olympus and pages like this, it is like unbelievable. Like, it really is. DC hasn't gotten too much into the artist editions, but I think they're warming up to them now. We're getting like the David Mazzucchelli Batman Year One. We're getting Neil Adams Batman. And they need to fast track the George Pérez Wonder Woman and Titans, for that matter, because this art needs that treatment yesterday. Like, it is so beautiful, so gorgeous. The telling of the Amazons, the Amazons are such a strange history. Like, the dynamic with Diana and her mother, the whole cringy ties to like Heracles and what a horrible oppressor he's always been for them. I mean, but it's still, Greek tragedy at the same time. Look at this gorgeous lettering from John Costanzo. Oh my God. Like, so beautiful, right? And so much of it. My God. I mean, I do have to say, like, Perez, especially when he first started writing, very verbose. Very verbose. Like, he would give, Claremont a run for his money. And, it's so weird. This seemed kind of different for Perez at the time looking back at it. Like, and it speaks of, like, Perez's pencils always look so super tight especially when they're inked by him or when they're inked by the right person, but they're actually kind of loose and sketchy. That's another argument for an artist edition, but I'm imagining he's going in and doing a lot with like the side of his pencil and the way that Bruce Patterson captured it with probably like this dry brush effect is like really beautiful. Like, so props to him as the inker. You know what I mean? The synergy between a penciler and an inker is always such an interesting part of the dynamic of the art. And like, when it's good, it's really just like sings, you know what I mean? And I think they were working quite well together. So I have to appreciate that. Like, Perez is such a great storyteller, and it's so weird because it's so funny because he uses a lot of panels to tell actions sometimes, and in the wrong hands it could seem claustrophobic, but Perez just has a way of making it flow across the page. I don't know, this is just so well suited to his art, and like, I mean, this is just, like I said, just undeniably gorgeous. This always stood out. It's such a great page to me. But then it's like you have this amazing little panel over here, and this is like a Lord of the Rings quality, like this could be taken from, like, and this predates Lord of the Rings, but that could be like an image. It just like has so much going on for it, and it's so like, but it's a silhouette. I love me a good silhouette. Like, Perez, he draws everything well. So, of course, he's going to draw silhouettes well. But it's interesting for him because he's known for his details and his line works. So it kind of, like, gives you pause when he does something like a silhouette panel. Look at this. I mean, gorgeous. The parting of the seas so the Amazons can walk across to Paradise Island. I love it. And they build their island. I don't know. Wonder Woman's enjoying a good run with like Tom King right now. So it is, or Tom Taylor, or whoever the hell is writing it. But whatever. I was on board at first, but I don't know. I couldn't keep up. It's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. And this, like, I hope this is canon again. Like, when they made her the bastard child of Zeus, like, I was so not for that. As much as I liked Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chiang's New 52 run, I was so not for that, like, stupid retcon of the origin for no reason that basically made her basic and like everybody else. So she needs to be made of clay. Like, it's ingrained in the fabric of who she is and who she should be, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. Love this. This is very like reminiscent of, it has to be said that Perez paid a lot of tribute and homage to the television series as well, and I feel like a page of that, like this, sings to that. And like when Patty Jenkins directed Wonder Woman, she paid homage to the show as well. So I think the culmination of like the Linda Carter Wonder Woman and the George Perez Wonder Woman, just, legend. This is so great too. I don't, it makes it a little more believable, like that their whole heads are covered, that she didn't know it was her daughter. But I don't know. What? Spoilers? No, I forbid this. Hippolyta. I am not gonna talk about how much I dislike Hippolyta, but she's just so wrong in a mug to me, and just did Diana dirty her entire life, and never misses an opportunity to do her dirty, and like is so unredemptive in my mind. I don't know. I mean, whatever. It is what it is, right? What a gorgeous end page. So beautiful. I mean, chills. Next issue. I mean, it was such a great time. Such a beautiful era. So amazing. Perez, there is just no one better. And his Wonder Woman is just untouchable. If you see these artifact editions, just like scoop them up. They're so worth the price of admission, I will tell you that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I will bring you more later.